Okay, folks. Today we're doing, I don't know what you call it. We're doing some shenanigans. I don't mind these need a polish for sure, but they were just given to me. And I couldn't let them go to waste, you know? Got a little truck, big motor, big horn. Same for the driver. Now, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going to put these yet. I was hoping in here, but unfortunately, we only got 3/4 of a truck here to work with. Not a full size. There's no way the hood's going to close if I put them there. So that's not going to happen. That's also not going to work. So we're left with in the box, which I really don't want to do. Stay. Thank you. Or under the truck. And last I checked, there's not much room under there with the 350. What if we delete on that mount and make our own? Will it fit then? Oh, that might be doing something. Oh, we're going to have to test this and see. You see what I'm talking about here? We just cut this guy right there and then scooch. Oh, we can probably even cheat him down here a little bit. Oh, yeah, this is going to work perfect. And then we're going to make a little bracket right here and bolt that through the fender because we got lots of room there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, main question. Is the hood going to... Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. This is going to be mint. Moment of truth. Fits like a mitten. Well, what do you know? We're going to have air horns in an S10. These are the 737 horns. I looked them up. They're made by Trux. They're supposed to be all the decibels. That's what we're going for. Before you go and put these in your vehicle and advertise it like we're doing, make sure it's legal, because it's not illegal to have air horns in your vehicle. But according to AI, thank God for that stuff. Just kidding. It's legal to have them in your vehicle, but in some areas, depending on the noise restrictions, it's illegal to pull on there. You know? Yeah. We're going to try not to get in trouble with these, because I could see myself getting carried away real quick. Okay, well, let's go build a pressure tank and see if these even work. Okay, well, we pulled this out of the scrap pile from the old carpentry days from way back. Ever done those DIY spray foam kits there? That's what we're talking about here. Okay, don't mind the shop. She's a mess. It's been a busy night. Got all the rags we need. A couple too many jobs on the go. This is where we're at, right here, okay, right now. I went and bought me one of them cheap Canadian Tire Mastercraft kits because I needed a bung, okay, pipe thread bung to make a tank. Here's our homemade socket. That's in the video coming up. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I needed a bung so that I could make a tank. There's the same tank, just different color. So I could weld that on there, airtight. And then have a valve stem, depending on which one I put it in first. I'm not going to be able to put it in certain areas because it'll melt when I weld that bung on there. Hose from said bung, whoop, over to the horns. See where I'm getting at? And now, because this truck has a fuel cell, we got all the room in the world where the factory gas tank should be. We did that so we could run exhaust out the side too. We haven't got that far yet. So my thinkings are it's going to really suck to get this valve stem in here. So we're going to do that first. I think we'll probably end up having to weld the bung somewhere far enough away from this where it won't melt and leak air. Know what I mean, Vern? Let's do it. Clean up the old Barbara. Yep. We got the right tools, but we're going to try and use them backwards. Got to find some duck soap. This is a duck soap. Prep our surface like it matters. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look familiar? Now, don't mind the technique, but it's proven to work. Get in there. Just got to talk nice to it. Might go. And I have to put the camera down, I think. Oh, no, we're winning. Boom. We got her in there. Now we're going to test this because I highly doubt that doesn't leak air. Okay, well, we just tested for leaks, and this whole system's leaking, so we're going to get fancy with the grinder, cut this off, cut that off, and do this right. We're just going to weld our bung onto that because we got lots of metal to penetrate into there. I want to make sure this tank is fully empty. So by putting air in it, that should force stuff out the tube. And it looks like we're good. So let's weld a bung on there. So this is really important to me. This is very, very special to me. No, honestly, I don't have a pipe thread tap. So that is why I bought that starter kit for the air compressor. I got lots of this stuff, but I didn't have a bung that was pipe thread, you know? And that's just, you know, you're asking for trouble there. So this way here, we can clean this up real nice. And we're going to attempt to do airtight welds with a flux core welder. Doing the impossible here at Pack Ride Projects. And before we get too carried away, this is spot welded on there. I think we're going to just take a punch and try and pop that off of there. That would be nice, you know, for like, it's not a show truck, but I would know that it's there and it would bug me. So we're going to try and fix it. This is my tripod too for the time lapse. Works good though. Check this out. There, that looks a little bit better. And we're going to take that, plunk right onto there. Give that a nice weld. We're going to see how many times it takes till it's airtight. Hoping one. You know, that's what we go for. Get that junk out of there. Beautiful. How do you like the bird's eye view here? Not too bad, eh? Oh, welder's not on. Let's fix that. Okay, we got the temp set hot enough to blow a hole clean through this thing and enough wire feed to fill this tank completely. So let's see what happens. Here's nothing. I promise to never scare you while you're standing in front of the truck or doing anything in front of the truck. Only my friends.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we got about 50 PSI in this thing, and let's see if these welds leak air or not. Well, try not to hit the top part there. I didn't buy a plug, that's why we're using that assembly. Quit hitting that. I think we're good. Yeah, we're golden. Well, as far as the welds go, they ain't pretty, but they don't leak air. Perfect. And that is how you build a homemade pressure tank, I guess. Now let's get our hose plumbed onto here, plumbed onto the horns, put 12 volts to it, see what happens. Well, we got our hose half-ass rigged up. We're going to turn this into a barb fitting and cut this hose and clamp it on there once this is mounted under the truck. But this is for testing purposes only, so we just used a quick connect. Makes sense, right? We have our horns plumbed in. I got to strip the wires here. And then we're going to go for a sound check. My kit came with a fancy dancy little tool here, so what do we got in there? Oh, lots. Let's hit it. So we just cut all this nonsense off of this side. We're going to reuse this bracket. But we're going to, we're going to flush mount it or weld it here. Boop. Well, not to toot my own horn, pun intended. That looks pretty damn near factory. So, like if you look at that side and you look at that side and you don't have 20/20 vision, that looks factory. Okay, these things definitely need a polish. There's our bracket. Looks crude. Oh, yeah, it's crude. But now I can mount those right there and they'll clear the hood. Nice. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll finish that inside weld. I don't want to overheat these diaphragms because, well, then I don't work. So, yeah. Let's go mount this in the truck. Our tank. We have our old gas tank location. We have two crossers that this tank's going to sit plumb on so it doesn't rock around. I think I'm going to use the old gas tank strap location. This bolt won't come out, unfortunately. Oh, I was on the brake line with my ground clamp. I think we're going to zap onto this bolt here. Yeah. Maybe not. We'll figure something out. We got to tie in here. Maybe just weld her to the frame. And then we're going to come over here and leave about like a 1/2 inch. Build a 90. Drill a bolt hole. And then put a bolt into this existing clip. And that's going to snug everything up nice and tight here. Do you see what I'm saying? I'll show you. Also, the missus, she gave these a work over. Look at this. Bling, bling. Even our bracket looks half decent, minus the weld down there, but you can't even see that. Beautiful. Oh yeah, nice job. Okay, well just like that, I made myself a nice little strap here. It goes around, and then this bolt's gonna get tightened up and cinch it onto these 2 bars, and that's not going nowhere. Let's get that tightened down, run ourselves a line to the front, wire up the switch to the trigger. We're done. It's bolted, not going anywhere. We got our hose ran. Gotta cut our zip ties. That's future Cole's problem. Screw that guy. Got that line tucked away from the exhaust. We won't catch fire going down the road. Header, nothing should melt there. We're gonna polish up this chunk of green hose from the garage, because why not? And we're gonna mount our horns right here. And we're gonna put them right there. Why? Because nobody ever complained about a little extra chrome under the hood. I'm gonna mark that with a Sharpie, drill 3 holes, wire up the trigger to the dash panel. We're laughing. And there you have it. She's all plumbed in. It's a little crude. I gotta clean it up some. This was routed nicely, but I had an air leak. I ended up having to twist this, and the line got all wonky doodled. I gotta run some casing for that, or some loom around that wire. But moment of truth. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Nice. That's a night. Thanks for watching.